Time has come once again to play some games on Steam. If there are no server issues, it should run like a dream. Rexic, that's right, it's Rexic the King. With gameplay so bad it will make you want to scream. Welcome to the Rexic the King stream. Rexic, that's right, it's Rexic the King. There is no shortage of games he'll play for you, be it Fall Guys, Fortnite, Marvel Rivals, or Overwatch 2. Rexic, that's right, it's Rexic the King. Awesome Mounts is back after many moons. That purple surfer still makes him swoon. Rexic, that's right, it's Rexic the King. Now without much further ado, he's going to start the stream for you. There's only a few seconds to go. He hopes that you enjoy the show.
Hello, hello everybody. Welcome in to another Rexic King stream on this fine Thursday the 4th. Not quite Thursday the 20th, but not bad. Not bad. How's everybody doing today? Good to see you. And it's always good to see you. Sorry it's a little bit later. Obviously I was like checking out my daughter Flex's stream, seeing if it was my turn on the wheel for the plushies, or it was not yet. Alas. A chance. Well, welcome everybody. How are you doing? Hope your day is going well, and hope your Monday or Wednesday. Well, I mean, hope your Monday was good too, but hope your Wednesday was good. After last time we have spoketh. So what's going on with everybody? Happy Silk Song release day. Like amazing, it actually like finally came out. And for $20 too. Very surprising. Like, they could easily, like, charge, like 50 or 60 for that, like, people would still, like, buy it in droves. Yeah, maybe because of, like, the Discord, or the Kickstarter reward, and it's, like, been so long, they kept it at 20. Like, if so, that's a good move. A good, good thing for the fans, you know? I'm definitely gonna be getting that. I enjoyed Hollow Knight, like, when I played it originally. I didn't finish, like, that big, like, the giant boss fight version, or, like, where it's, like, defeating every boss in, like, a tougher mode with, like, a single life or whatever. I didn't do that, but, like, all the rest of the stuff I did, like, I beat the sort of, like, circus, like, festival, like, demon boss, all that stuff. And I very clearly remember, like, walking all the way with, like, one, like, delicate flower that'll get destroyed if you take a single hit. I went across the entire map and delivered that with like no fast travel. Yeah, I remember that well. So I'm very certain I'll enjoy Silk Song when I get it, and I hope you'll enjoy it too. What's been going on today? Did bike ride earlier, of course. Got some more of the Reese's Oreos and a little Hot Wheels. I thought that was cool. I always like to just like check out there, see if there's anything neat. Sometimes there is. You never know. In this case, there was. Started Princess Peach Showtime and enjoying that, even though I did have to repeat the the Cowgirl stage a few times because I missed like one little collectible, and there's not like it's only like reset stage, there's not like reset specific room, you know, so I had to like keep going like all the way back to the start of the stage in order to actually like hit that one I just like went right by. But yeah, I've been enjoying it so far. Nice simple game. No worries, just casual and relaxing. which is what we need sometimes, you know? I've been talking with an artist. Again, trying to figure out, like, a working pose for a commission. Working on, like, trying to see if it'll work with... See if, like, a modification will work with the characters and stuff I have set for it. But... we'll see that. Just, like, friends still working on other stuff. Figuring out the zone issues. Which I will be, like, talked about later once it's all finished. If like at the very most, it would be like a day, like 14.5 hours. Like if not before, so we'll just have to see. Alright, so we'll just be doing some more of the Blender lessons today. I was able to find the answer for like the weird sprinkles issue that was going on before. Apparently it was like a point instance thing I had to click on, which I didn't remember the video saying at all. So maybe it was like a change Blender did later down the line or something like that. I was able to do that. I could not figure out the scale issue yet, unfortunately. Hopefully it didn't become a problem. So we started a little bit later, so let's just get right on into this, shall we? So yes, you can see geometry nodes. So it was like this is like the issue. Like to pick instance without that on, that had it be like the weird like meshing stuff, as you can see. Once that clicked, it actually did it normal, actually like separate as it should be. I can't find like the actual like color sliding part. Hopefully it'll show how to get back to that on the tutorial itself. Oh, yes, I gotta actually click the where is it? Do the display for this, so you can follow along with me and probably learn it much better than I can, all things considered. All right, let us resume this.
Do you guys know that in 2022, Blender was downloaded 17 million? Some people are down at the PSA. Blender developed key of source.
Let's get past
well,
this.
they've wanted to build proper PBR texture painting for years, but they lack the funds to hire a full-time developer. Editor only had asked now
Just donate stuff. Let's get past this.
Hope you did, but no, seriously, the tutorial. So how did you go with your homework? Did you take a stab at creating the plate?
No, I didn't.
Did you do it, or did you wait for me to show you the answer? Hope you did. If you didn't, you're only cheating yourself, as the teachers say. But no, seriously, give it a shot if you haven't already. I do think it helps you to learn. But if you don't want to, can't stop you. But I'll show you now how to do I created this plate. So first of all, I load in the image reference first. And I haven't shown you how to do that yet, so I'll show you now. If you go to the top of the screen until the cursor changes on that line there, just right click and then say vertical split.
Okay, right click. Oh, I'm stuck in the node mode. And also, they are in object mode, or edit mode, it looks like. What the heck? Weird. Why the heck is it doing that? Right, whatever. Right click, vertical split.
And then I now get two duplicate windows. This second window I can now make any other window. Then the cursor changes on that line there. Just
wait, hold on, I have to click it first. Like do that and then click. Okay. And hold on, how do I get back to the same zoom level? Okay.
Right click and then say vertical split. And then I now get two duplicate windows.
Not sure
the
I
second
like
window I can now make any other window type. So the one I'm looking for is image editor. Now,
image editor? Okay.
Now go image and open. So this is the image we're going to use. It's one from Polygon because it's actually one of our models. It's a real ceramic plate that we photo scanned, turned into a model. But I thought it's also just a really nice, simple modeling exercise for beginners. So
yeah, hold on, I don't have the polygon thing. Hold on, let me. Where's the download? How do I download it?
So why not model off of that? Okay, so
Right
Shift
click,
A, because you got to...
Probably not. Where is it? Where's the download file? What the heck? Hold on. Where is the download file? Under donuts. Plate. Download. I don't see it. I see add-on stuff. But where's the actual download for the thing? It says I continue with Pro, but I'm not doing that. Where's the free one? What the hell? Yes, free. Wait. No, not continue with Pro. What the hell? Why is this not showing the normal free version? Oh, what the heck? What is going on with this? Speckled ceramic plate. Blender. Free. How do I do it? I don't see it anywhere. What the heck? In the homework, no. What the hell? Why do I not have this? Or why is it not available for saving? Hold on.
Start with something. Why not model? I thought it's models. It's a real ceramic plate that we use image editor. Now go image and open. So this is the image we're going to use. It's one
Just the PNG
from Polygon because it's actually one of our models.
Okay.
It's
I right click save as. I don't know why it's all weird gold. Or don't know why it's doing WebP. God freaking dang it. PNG. Blender stuff. Plate gold. Okay. And then they did. No, I did image editor. Then what?
real ceramic. The looking for is image editor. Now go image and open.
Image and open. Documents. Blender stuff. Plate gold. Okay.
So this is the image we're going to use. It's one from Polygon because it's actually one of our models. It's a real ceramic plate that we photo scanned, turned into a model. But I thought it's also just a really nice,
like
simple modeling exercise for beginners. So
along.
why not model off of that? Okay, so Shift A, because you've got to start with something. Now, a lot of you probably started with a cylinder, and that's a fine way to go about it. But I know from experience that the cylinder's got a top face on it that we don't need, and then the normals have to be flipped, and you have to deal with the size. And I find it's actually just easier to start with a circle and then build out from that.
Okay. One that's way too much real estate it's taken up. Also, why is this one all like weird showing the grid, but the other one isn't? I do not like that. Not one bit. Shift A. Circle.
So the circle settings, we obviously want to turn the radius down to be, yeah, just, I mean, I think a plate is roughly the size of like 2 donut widths anyway.
Well,
like roughly 24.
Okay, where is it? Where's the circle? Shift A circle where... Oh, right there. Okay. Very, very small. Move that Z? No, what's the... That way. And where's the size of it? Scale. Resize? No, what? No, I don't have any of that. Hold on. No, dang, I want delete. Delete the... Hold on. So why is it doing that? Okay. Shift A circle. Vertices.
Or 30
32.
centimeters, whatever. So anyway, a radius of around 12 centimeters. Now the
Wait, hold on.
vertices, that's the resolution of your mesh, right? Now, if you might remember when we did the donut, when we added the torus, I said it's good to start with a low poly mesh to begin with because it's easier to add detail than it is to try to take it away later. And that's true, and it's good advice for like organic flowy shapes. But in this case, I know that looking at the reference, it's got bevels, like tight bevels here and here. And it's going to be a lot easier to control that if I just use the bevel tool as we model rather than trying to use a subsurf modifier later. Which is all to say that the resolution of the circle that we start with, I actually want to be the final representation. So essentially, this needs to be as round and high resolution as it needs to be so that I won't see any jaggedness in the final model. So I actually went with 100 vertices.
100 vertices. But I don't vertex see it though. I don't see it at all. What the heck? What am I doing wrong? Why can't I see it? Radius. Right there. Okay. Shift. Now, how do I edit it with this? Like, how do I get back to the menu? I can do that, but that's not the right thing. How do I bring up the vertices radius menu? Blender. Vertices menu. F9, apparently. F9. No. Where is it? Not even showing up. Highlighting it, nothing? What the heck? Object mode? No, it's just doing the plane. It's doing that, but it's like showing the donut. Or the icing? What the hell is going on here? Hold on. Control Z. Maybe if I have it on environment and do it. Shift A circle. Where is it? Like, it's not even showing what it's like grabbing onto. What the hell? Why is this so dumb? F9. No, that just brings up move. Oh, what? Versus menu, F9 key, that doesn't do it. W? No, that's something else entirely. I don't know what the hell is going on here. What the heck? Oh, there's like a weird thing now. There we go. How does it look when he does it? Okay, so they're on.
But I thought it's also just a really... Okay, so Shift A, because you got to start with something. Now, a lot of you probably start cylinder's got a top face. It's actually just easier to start with a circle and then build out from that.
Shift A circle. So it shows up under their environment part. Click on environment. On the environment, Shift A circle, and it doesn't show up here. What the heck? Why is it not showing up there? What the heck? I am very confused. Hold on. The Blender tutorial. Circle not appearing, I suppose? Nothing shows up. That right? Maybe. I don't know, let me see if they say something with that, but it's already showing up with like scaling on his.
Obviously, want to turn the radius down to be.
Mine doesn't do that.
I mean, I think a plate is roughly the size of like 2 donut widths. So the circle settings, obviously want to.
The radius, which I don't have. Shift A circle. Like, I don't see any kind of line with this anywhere. Up there. Okay. Like, under there for some reason. Move it up. And like this so I can at least see it. 1 second. 1 moment.
Turn the radius down to be, I mean, I think a plate is roughly the size of like 2 donut widths anyway, like roughly 24, 30 centimeters, whatever. So anyway, a radius of around 12 centimeters. Now the vertices, that's the resolution of your mesh, right? Now,
yes, I did.
That's true, and it's good advice for like organic flowy shapes. But in this case, I know that looking at the reference, it's got bevels, like...
like on that one, it's like, we can't really see the mouse, but it looks like his is like a solid line, but mine is like... It's doing like dots for some unknown reason. What? Yeah, gizmos? Okay, and I'll let it continue.
Light bevels here and here, and it's going to be the circle be as round and high resolution as it needs to be so that I won't see any jaggedness in the final model. So I actually went with 100 vertices,
100 vertices,
which is quite high poly, but we have got the camera really close to it, so I think it makes sense. Okay, so in edit mode, make sure you're in vertices select.
Edit mode, vertices select. I'm on vertex. Is that the same thing?
Mode.
Hold on.
Okay, so in edit mode, make sure you're in vertices select mode. I've done recording so many times I can't remember when I've actually taught something or not, but you can swap in and out of these modes, by the way, by hitting the 1, 2, and 3 key. So 1,
1, 2, and 3. What does 3 do? Vertex, edge, and select mode. Okay.
for vertices, 2 for edge, and then
2 for edge. Okay, that has the lines.
3 for face select. Okay, so with vertices select, I'm going to start by creating this lip that
Oh no, back to 1. Okay.
goes up. So E and then Z to lock it on the Z axis to about there.
E's and Z. Alright, how do you select it?
E select. I'm going to start by creating this lip that goes up. So E and then Z to lock.
Because I still don't have the circle on this. Vertex groups? Is that what it is? No, it's a different thing. Why don't I have the thing? Is it tied in one of these somewhere? In a donut, apparently. But where? What? Why is it? Oh, what the heck? Why do I not have it showing up? Hold on. Very confused. Hold on. 5 minutes, scale out. No, I'm trying to see if other people have the same issue. This has the issue of like a billion circles around a donut with a mesh. This thing? I want to make sure standard collection is highlighted. What? Hold on. Uh, if you're like with the tutorial. Okay, I am very confused. Add circle. Yeah, no, on his it's like showing like the thing there. I mean, you can't see it, but like the highlighted part is like the circle and like that little triforce there. But mine doesn't have that. Like I can't even select it. Nothing I can. You click on the plane, the light, camera. If I can't click on the, like it's tied onto the icing somehow. But how? Like, how does that make any sense? Where's the icing anyway? This one? It's in here somewhere. But I don't know How? What the heck? What the hell? Hold on. That's 3 years ago, so it's like even more out of date, but maybe it's like on a different line I have to hit first or something? That's a sphere. No, and theirs is just like shows up anyway. That doesn't help me with this. I still do the mesh and that, which is what I did here. Add mesh circle. Okay, that one showed up. Then why didn't it do with the Shift A? Mesh. Okay, or what? Okay. And then that one's doing it. But then how do I get rid of the other one then? Hold on. Let me rewind to take out that thing then. Okay, so then it should be what is that? Is that the light? Ah, okay. Let me take out that for a second. Shift A mesh circle. Okay, that time it spawned. Weird. And let me adjust that placement down a bit. And then the scale, just like do it like that. It looks about the same as what they were doing.
And then 3 for face select. Okay, so with vertice select, I'm going to start by creating this lip that goes up. So E and then Z to lock it on the Z axis to about...
Okay, E and Z. Hard to see. E. Oh, edit mode. E. Z. It's like there, look like. Is that how high it looks like under it, I think?
There. I mean, we don't have measurements, but that looks like it could be plausible. And I think it's on a slight angle. Very slight, so I'm going to scale out just by hitting S.
Scale it out with S. Okay.
All right. Now for this next part of the lip, I'm going to hit E to extrude again, but I don't want to move it anywhere. I want to do it exactly where it is, but then scale it out. So right click and then S to scale out. All right.
E, right click, S to scale. All right, hold on. I want the whole thing. The whole thing. Hey. There. Hold on. It's that way. In edit mode, the top part. How do they... Was it like control? There we go. E, right click, S? Is that it?
Out. So right click and then S to scale out.
Okay, right click, S to scale out. Not E, right click, S. There. Thereabouts.
All right. And it's a good idea also to just zoom out and see in proportion to the plate, is that lip about the right size? I think it is. Right. That's pretty good. And now I'm going to do another lip on the other side, just going up. So E, Z to about there. That's pretty good.
Okay. E, Z up to there. Okay. That's a little higher. Up. E, C. Like there. Okay. Up. There we
And
go.
then S to scale out as well.
S to scale. Okay.
Okay, awesome. Now, when you add in a circle, it doesn't come with a face by default. So if we go into wireframe mode, which
Wireframe mode. Which one did you click on for that?
circle, it doesn't come with a face by default. So if we go into wireframe mode,
Okay,
which also
two boxes instead of each other. No, what? What the hell? What? No. 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 There we go. Okay. How did he move it like that? Why am I not doing the slidey?
Okay, awesome. Now, when you add in a circle, it doesn't come with a face by default. So if we go into wireframe,
Middle click? Okay. Weird. Okay, the two boxes.
Mode, which also you can swap, sorry, not that mode, wireframe mode. You can swap in and out of these modes at the top here by holding down the Z key. So solid view and wireframe. I usually just quickly flip in between those like that. All right.
Okay, and then like the wireframe circly line thing. Okay.
So if I hold down Alt and click on this line, you can see there's no face in the middle.
The Alt there on the there.
Because wherever there is a face, there should be like this orange tint. So when I alt click here, I don't see the orange tint, which means I need to have a face.
Bottom part.
So F to create a face. Now,
F. Okay.
now we need some bevels. Okay, so we need a bevel that goes here, another one that goes here, and another one that goes here. So we did that when we added the sprinkle, and the hotkey for it is Control B. But I don't want to just create like the same bevel here and then do another one here and then another one here. I can do them all at the same time. So if I hit Alt and Shift and then clicked on these lines, if I
Alt, Shift. Hold on. Alt. Oh, dang it. Alt, Shift. Alt, Shift. No, why is it? Dang it. Alt, Control. Alt. Why is it doing that? Why is it like going like with the forward line, not the encircled one it's doing? Shift, Alt, Shift, left click. What I'm trying to do. The face, right, Alt, Shift, left click. Okay. Did they do the whole thing or just like?
did Control B now, I would get a bevel everywhere. But the problem is that I'm also getting the bevel on the lines that are going this way, right? Like
No, not all of it, just like there. Okay.
These lines, which is not what I want. But it doesn't know that I don't want them there because those are edges that are also selected, right? This.
It's showing like all of there too, but it's like not doing it on. Dang it. Whatever. I'll just assume it's correct.
This line that goes like that. So what you need to use is just a different tool. So instead of vertice select mode, I'm going to use edge select mode.
Okay. Edge select mode. there.
And now when I hit Alt-click on that line and then Shift-Alt-click on this line, it's only selecting those edges. And
Alt-Shift left-click on there. Dang it. Wait, what? Why did it keep
this line that
the
goes
F
like
when
that.
it did that?
So what you need to use is just a different tool. So instead of vertices select mode, I'm going to use edge select mode. And now when I hit Alt-click on that line and then
Alt-click on the bottom line. Alt-click on the bottom line and then
Shift-Alt-click on this line, it's only select.
Right, Shift-Alt on those two. Shift-Alt. Why is it? What?
Hit Alt-click on that line and then Shift-Alt-click on this line.
Right, Alt-Shift left-click. Alt-Shift left-click. No, why is it doing that? Not like the whole sidey cross thing. Alt-Shift. No, not that one. Alt-Shift. Okay, there. That one did it, I think. And also, welcome, Delta. How you doing? I'm here. Sorry we said on my new series to actually read down Overwatch 2. Nice. We're just trying to figure out this weird plate thing. Hope your day's been going well.
It's only selecting those edges and not the edges in between, which means now when I do Control B to create that bevel, I'm getting the bevel just where I want it on those three edges.
Okay, so Control B. There, no, hold on. Control Shift there. Okay, now Control B. There. That's been awesome. Nice. I'm glad to hear that.
All right.
Always cool.
Now the tightness of that, it's pretty tight, but it does need to be a little bit higher poly. So I'm just scrolling up on my mouse.
Scrolling up there. For 4 lines there. Oh, I get hit. Window key. Control B. Do like that. Oh, what? Let's do it that way. It's easier.
That's good. And now solid view.
Solid view. It's one of these. Why didn't mine do that? I'm on the solid view, but it's like still actually like see-through. Did they click something else?
A little bit higher poly. So I'm just scrolling up on my mouse.
Let me see what they actually click.
That's good. And now solid view. Great.
That's what I did. We're on the object mode. Solid view. I turn X-ray off, and it looks not the same at all. Like maybe if they do that other thing? No. Okay, there we go. Put it in object mode first, of course.
Pretty good. All right, getting there. Now, we got a paper thin plate. We don't want that. So for thickness, I'm hoping most of you got this right, but it's our old trusty modifier, the solidify modifier.
Right, modifier, solidify. Modifier. Solidify. Okay.
That we used previously. It's too thick by default. I think I went with 0.004, like that. All right.
Now where is the thickness even? There. That's doing nothing. What? That's not the right one. It's like hardly anything. There. And there's that. What the heck? Let's like scroll this a ton, I guess. I don't know why it's doing that. It's like
modifier that we used previously. It's
what
our
did it even
old
do?
trusty modifier, the solidify modifier that we used previously.
Like how far?
It's too thick by default. I think I went with 0.004. Like,
Alright, so just barely out of that then. Because mine is doing, but then it's like doing this. What the heck? Why is it doing that? I don't see like why it would be doing this. X-ray. Like it looks normal. And so that and this an object. And turn off the that. That's a modifier. Solidify. Touch it. Oh, and it's doing it again. What the heck? Why is it doing that? What is up with this one specific spot? Dang it, freaking. Hold on, take out the. What is up with this spot? Why is it doing that? A modifier. Solidify. Now, why is it lifting up there? Why is it doing this? I don't understand. What did I click it weird or something? It shouldn't. Whoop. Too far. Hold on. Did this. Click on this. Alt F. No, what? Do it right on the middle part. Shift. Now they set it to this. Alt Shift there. And there. Like Control B. Like that. It changed the views back. So then, modifier solidify. It's still doing that. What the heck? Why is it doing that weird little blip thing? What is up with that spot? I don't understand. Hold on. Butter tutorial. Plate. Sharp edge, maybe? No. Wait. For the sharp edge, that for the... No, dang it. I need it with the plate. Let me see if they...
That. All right.
If they say if it
and then
happens,
because
like,
I want to
how
do a
to fix
bevel
it?
on this edge here, I can't do it unless this solidify modifier is applied. So drop down and then hit apply. And now in edit mode, I've got both of those edges. So again, holding down
You say if
Alt
there's
and
an
Shift
issue?
Alt, click on those two edges, and now I'm going to do another bevel right here. Control and
No,
cut
it's like
that.
skipping past
Yeah.
it.
Bevel is see select line. No, right. Problem is
hold
that
on.
I'm also getting the bevel on the
Let me go back to an earlier part. Edit mode. That's what they did.
line now. So if I hit Alt and Shift and then clicked on these lines, if I
So I
did
went
Control B
too far on that
now,
one.
I would get a bevel everywhere. But the problem is that I'm also getting the bevel on the lines that are going
I went too far
this
back.
way, right? Like be plausible. And I think it's on a slight angle, very slight. So I'm going to scale out just by.
So that scale out with... hold on. This, Alt, scale out with S. Or, no, what?
Hitting out there. I mean, we don't have measurements, but that looks like it could be plausible. And I think it's on a slight angle, very slight. So I'm going to scale out just by hitting S. All right. Now for the
Right, so slight angle. A bit too much. Okay.
this next part of the lip, I'm going to hit E to extrude again, but I don't want to move it anywhere. I want to do it exactly where it is, but then scale it out. So right click and then S to scale out.
Right, E, right click. What? E, right click, S, scale out. Like there, I think.
All right. And it's a good idea also.
So why isn't mine showing the lines? I just have it on the wrong, have the things there? Or not? Like on that one, it shows like a lot more lines.
So right click and then S to scale out.
You can see like a whole bunch there. Not on this one. Whatever, it should be fine, I'm thinking. Potentially. Hi, Turtle. How are you doing? Hope you're doing well. I'm just trying to figure out this Blender tutorial. And not doing well with it, honestly. How's your Thursday going?
All right.
Hopefully
it's a good idea also to just zoom out and see in proportion to the plate, is that lip about the right size? I think it is. That's pretty good. And now I'm going to do another lip on the other side, just going up. So E, Z to about there. That's pretty good.
Okay, so E, Z. There. You're doing terrible? Oh no. I'm sorry things are going terrible, Turtle.
And then S to scale out as well.
If you can say, that is. Is that right? I'm sorry to hear that.
About there, that's pretty good.
Hopefully things will.
And then S to scale out as well.
Hopefully things will get better for you soon.
Now, when you add in a circle, it doesn't come with a face by default.
Stuff. Gotcha. I gotcha. I'm sorry to hear that. Hopefully things get better for you with that.
So if we go into wireframe mode, which also you can swap, sorry, not that mode, wireframe mode. You can
wireframe mode. That one. You
can swap in and out of these modes at the top here by holding down the Z key. So solid view and wireframe. I usually just quickly flip in between those like that. All right. So if I hold down Alt and click on this line, you can see there's no face in the middle.
Right. I'll click on the middle. There's no face. So you do F for that. I remember that part.
Middle, because wherever there is a face, there should be like this orange tint. So when I alt click here, I don't see the orange tint, which means I need to have a face.
Right.
So F to create a face. Now we need some bevels. Okay, so we need a bevel that goes here, another one that goes here, and another one that goes here. So we did that when we added the sprinkle, and the hotkey for it is Control B. But I don't want to just create like the same bevel here and then do another one here and then another one here. I can do them all at the same time. So if I hit Alt and Shift and then clicked on these lines, if I hit the bevel on the lines that are going this way, right, like these lines, which is not what I want. But it doesn't know that I don't want them there because those are edges that are also selected, right? This line that goes like that.
Right.
So what you need to use is just a different tool. So instead of vertice select mode, I'm going to use edge select mode. And now when I hit alt click on that line and then shift alt click on this line, it's only selecting those edges and not the edges in between.
Okay. That's what I did before. I'll click there. No, alt. And alt click there. Shift there. Shift there.
Which means now when I do Control B to create that bevel, I'm getting the bevel just where I want it. On the
okay, Control B. Control B. I like that. Just a little bit.
Those three edges. All right, now the tightness of that, it's pretty tight, but it does need to be a little bit higher poly. So I'm just scrolling up on my, on my mouse.
Four
to
lines.
About there. That's good. And now solid view.
Solid view. Z. Solid. Okay. And I did that.
Great. Pretty good. All right, getting there. Now, we got a paper thin plate. We don't want that. So for thickness, I'm hoping most of you got this right, but it's our old trusty.
Yeah, so the wrench and thickness. Modifier. Solidify. Now, is it going to do that same thing again? Let's see. Not that I could see. Okay, cool. It's not doing like the weird thingy it was. That's a thick boy. Let me scale that down. Like, how thin did they do it? Like, thereabouts, I think? On Chrome.
The modifier, the solidify modifier that we used previously. It's too thick by default. I think I went with 0.004.
All right, so not too much. A little thicker than that. Move that there. All right, that looks good, I think.
Like that.
Or maybe.
All right. And then because I want to do a bevel on this edge here, I can't do it unless this solidify modifier is applied. So drop down and then hit apply. And now in edit mode, I've got both of those edges. So again, holding down Alt and Shift Alt, click on those two.
Hold on. Apply there. All right, what did you do?
Both of those edges. So again, holding down Alt, hit apply. And now in edit mode, I've got both of those edges. So again, holding down Alt and Shift Alt, click on those two edges. And now I'm going to do
Alt and Shift Alt and actually, hold on, maybe a little bit more than that. Okay. Edit mode. Alt. Shift Alt. What? Did I do something else?
So drop down and then hit apply. And now in edit mode, I've got both of those edges. So again, hold drop down and then hit apply. And now in edit mode, I've got both of those edges.
Right, edit mode with the lines down. I did that. So then why is it not showing the lines?
Applied. So drop down and then hit apply.
Tab,
and now in edit mode, I've got both of those edges.
Shift tab. Did something, no idea. That was. Why is it? Oh, what? This is so confusing. It's not even what I'm trying to learn Blender for. Dang it.
Right. And then because 04,
hold on.
Like that.
Turn object mode.
All right. And then because I want to do a bevel on this edge here, I can't do it unless this solidify modifier is applied. So drop down and then hit apply. And now in edit mode, I've got both of those edges.
Right, edit mode with the lines down. Edit mode, the lines are down, so why is it not showing the thing? What the heck? What? Oh, the vertex. No, that's what I'm on. What the heck? Oh, there we go. Weird. Hold on. The thickness. Art. Where are they? Okay. Apply. There we go. Control Shift. Or no, Alt Shift. Okay.
So again, holding down Alt and Shift Alt, click on those two edges, and now I'm going to do another bevel right here. Control B and pull it out. Now,
bevel.
You'll see that it reaches a point where they start to overlap, and that's not good. I don't want that. I want it to be. I do actually want it to be a complete round form.
It's like match up.
Like really, like essentially that. But you can see I can't really get it exactly right where they're just like meeting in the middle. So there's actually, when you're in certain states in Blender, you'll
hold on, let me Control B. I can't zoom in when it's doing that. Control B. Or wait, what? Control A, Shift. No. Control Shift. What? Wait, hold on. Was it Control or was it Alt?
And that's not. And it's two edges. So again, holding down Alt and Shift Alt, click on those.
Okay. Alt. Shift Alt. There. Control B. There we go. Doing like the line things and see what he says after
edges,
that.
And now I'm going to do another bevel right here. And that's not good. I don't like essentially that. But you can see I can't really get it exactly right where they're just like meeting in the middle.
Right.
So there's actually, when you're in certain states in Blender, you'll see at the bottom of your screen along, let me just do this, along this line here, you can see you've got a number of shortcuts that
do I have that? Okay, there's some of those.
Lists. And one of them says C for clamp overlap. And currently it's listed as off.
A clamp overlap? It has on here. I guess maybe they moved it.
So if I, oh dear, let's cancel that. If I, when I hit Control B, whilst I'm in this state, if I hit C, it will turn clamp overlap on.
Okay, turn C. What? Wait, what? Control B and C. Okay, there we go. That's just all
which
nice
means it
and
will only
nice and round.
bevel and to the point that the edges touch, and then it will stop. And that is exactly what I want. So I'll just click to confirm. And now we have a plate.
I clicked in.
But
confirm.
when you're modeling something like this, it's very common. If you're doing like extrusions and then you're canceling the extrusion and then you're scaling out, you can end up with vertices on top of vertices. And in fact, when we did that bevel clamping thing, I think what it's done is it's got two edges and they've now merged the vertices in the middle, but it's sharing the same space. So whenever you've got two vertices in exactly the same space, you can have like artifacting that will occur later on. So after I model something like this, I just go into edit mode. I select everything by hitting A.
Edit mode, everything A, okay.
And then I want to find all of those vertices that are accidentally in the wrong place, and then hit M, and then I want to say merge by distance.
Merge by distance. Why is it not showing the middle part being selected with that? That's not good. Hold on. Back to that. Okay, it's just under there. Okay. All right, I was worrying for nothing. Okay, they're in this and then merge.
And then I want to find all of those vertices that are accidentally in the wrong place, and then hit M, and then I want to say merge by distance.
M, merge by distance. M by distance.
And now you can see on the bottom of my screen, look at that. It merged 300 vertices. I've modeled this plate a few times. Sometimes it deleted like 400 vertices. Usually it deletes 100. Evidently, when I was doing the extrusion and then canceling it, I think I maybe did it a few times. So we had like 3 rings essentially in the exact same place. So that's why you do that step, because if we didn't, then you would have that and you wouldn't know until you see artifacts later on. All right, but that's it. We now have a wonderful looking plate, and we can close that. Oh yeah, I should show you how to close the window. So when you are closing something, you can go here on this edge and you can right click and then say join areas. The other way is if you go to the top right hand corner of the screen, you get this little like targeting cursor. And then if you click and drag left or right, that will also merge. It's just that's how you used to create windows in Blender. You can also drag out from it and that will split the view. It's kind of an old habit of mine, but most people just prefer to, like, until the cursor changes, right click and then say that. But I still do that sometimes, and then
I didn't track any of that. Oh, no, wrong way. No. No, Control Z. Vertical. No. No. Undo. Undo. Why aren't you undoing? What the heck? No. How? Why is it not doing it? File. Undo. Control Z. Vertical split. No. God. What the heck? Going right? No, how do I get it back? What the hell? What? What do I do? How do I get that back? No, it just goes to this. No. Sculpting? God dang it, do I have to repeat all of that? It's like the wrong window? What the? Hold on. God! Are you serious? Just that one window merge thing, it like messed up the entire thing. Are you freaking kidding me? God dang it. I think that can't be... That can't be true. Also, why is it still the plate? God dang it. Like, I barely got it through the first time. Window. Like, what was even the use of, like, doing the split? Like, how did that even help? How do I... 3D viewport? It's just that, but it's not all... Like, it's no longer... Like, all the stuff I did with this, like, not there anymore. God dang it. Alright, hold on. God dang it. Alright, I gotta do a quick be right back. I gotta use the restroom. I'll have to do all that over again. Alright. Give me a minute. There we go. Alright, I'm back. Get my model back on, right? Blender. God dang it. Let me Let me try and get that back to how it was. I remember whatever I did. Circle. Move that down. Oh, that's why it's doing that. There. That way. And down. There we go. Got it like a little bit higher actually. Okay, so he did edit mode. This, or wait, no, he had on there. Alt there. You do S that way or there? Another that. Something like that, I think. Maybe. I'm gonna have to line. Hold on. Line from that one, so that one goes further. The S. And like that, I believe. It looks right, I think. Right? Thinking about right distance. There's like a little angled there. It added the thickness for. Or wait, did it do the thickness first or the?
Now the tightness of that, it's pretty tight, but it doesn't. So I'm going to scale out just by hitting
plate and
S.
donut, yeah.
All right. Now for this next part of the lip, I'm going to hit E to extrude, but then scale it out. So right click and then S to scale out.
Right, so I did
All
that.
Right. And it's a good idea also to just zoom out, just going up. So E, Z,
up a little bit.
About there. That's pretty good. And then S to scale out as well.
A little bit flare, I did that. And that part's correct looking to me, I think.
Okay, awesome. Now go into wireframe, in and out of these modes at the nose. See, there's no click. Now we need some.
Okay, so yeah, and this wireframe that. Hold there, F. And do this. Alt Shift there and there. And Control B for the little bevel. Good. Back on. However, they did that. Solid. The modifiers, solid. Solidify. Drag that out. Or that's a little bit less. That works. Change the thing. Apply. Good. I didn't do that. Alt on that. Alt Shift on that. Control B and then hit C. There. And then it was like, hold on. Okay, showing there. And then all that, then M, merge by distance, remove 100 vertices. Cool. Okay. And then something to like show it normally. I don't remember exactly. Oh, edit mode. Okay, there we go. I was able to get back that part without like too much giant hassle. Let me save though.
bevels. Okay, so we need a bevel that goes here, another one that goes. So that's why you do that step, because if we didn't, then you would have that and you wouldn't know until you see artifacts later on. All right, but that's it. I should show you how to close the window edge, and you green also like
so
tutorial.
That after
to explain it.
Messed up
and
everything.
the countertop. So we sometimes then people just comment, and that will split the view. It's kind of an old habit of mine, but most people just prefer to, like, until the cursor changes, right click and then say that. But I still do that sometimes, and then I forget I'm doing a tutorial and I have to explain it. All right, so the plate, we want to make it smooth, so right click, shade smooth.
Right click, shade smooth. Did that do anything? I don't think it did.
All right, so the plate, we want to make it smooth, so right click, shade smooth. And the reason we have flickering right here is the top of our plate is overlapping with the countertop. So we just need to move this up slightly so that it's not doing that. Right. And if you actually go underneath your countertop, this is usually a very easy way to quickly make it so that it's touching. You just have a little bit of overlap, and then, then it looks plausible.
Right.
Awesome. We have our plate. Now, if I move out here, you can see this big giant arrow thing. This is our camera.
My camera is not anywhere near that big. Maybe I can do that. Try to get more like what he's looking at.
And it's just too big. The visualization of it is so big that I've got lines in the way, and I don't like it. It's actually a pretty good scale for a normal scene, which is, usually tens or hundreds of meters, but we're so small.
Oh, did I turn my mic back on? I did. Okay. Just making sure.
That this camera is just too big. So in the camera tab, go to viewport display, and then just turn down the size.
Camera tab, viewport display. A viewport. There we go. There to like whatabouts.
Right. And I'll go for like 10% of what it was to about a 0.1.
Okay. I think that's good. Or maybe a little bit bigger. Oh, there's like a lot smaller, right?
Right. And I'll go for like 10% of what it was to about.
Okay, yeah, so a lot smaller. That should be good, I think. Seems like about like how they
at a 0.1. Okay, great. So what we want to do now is start laying out the scene. So first and foremost, I'm going to go into looking through my camera view.
I'm looking through camera view. Camera view.
And I want to get the camera placement right. So hitting Shift tilde key to put me into fly view.
That's Shift tilde. Like this. See, can I make it? Maybe make it bigger. Camera. There. Or display a bit bigger. Did it actually change anything? I don't know if it did. Oh, that didn't change like that. Okay. Shift tilde. Zoom in like that. There. It looks about right.
And then just scrolling down so that you get really small movements. Not that small, so scroll up a little bit, all right? And then I'm using Q and E to just change the height of the camera to be roughly where I want it.
Q and E. Shift tilde. Yeah, that looks about like what they have.
All right, so I'm going to have a stack of donuts. So I'm going to have like one here, one here, one here. So I'm just making room for that, essentially. I shouldn't use this annotation tool. It's being replaced in Blender. Like the new grease pencil is going to be pretty amazing. But anyways, it's the old annotation tool. So yeah, let's start stacking some donuts. So selecting the base donut and then shift selecting the icing. I'm going to duplicate.
Wait, hold on, how do you do that?
Donuts. So selecting the base donut and then shift selecting the icing.
Select the base donut. Shift select icing.
I'm going to duplicate that by Shift D and then moving it up along the Z axis until they start to touch.
Shift D. Stacks of donuts here. The axis until they touch. Oh, did he leave the camera view or? It looks like he did. There we go. Now I want to there. That looks right, I think.
Now there is actually some new snapping tools in Blender that is pretty handy, but from experience, having tried it for this, there's so many like little pieces of snapping tools in Blender.
R rotate, okay. R there. Or to like move it.
That is pretty handy, but from experience, having tried it for this, there's so many like little pieces of sprinkle and everything that you're going to have overlapping anyway, because donuts are quite spongy, so they would be, you know, it would be plausible that it would be like kind of squishing the sprinkle. So it's okay to have some clipping.
Under the bag and get
so something like that is okay. Now I'm going to do another donut. So Shift D again. Move.
Hold on. No, not that. How would I just spin this one around? Whatever. Shift D again. Z axis, or axis rather. There.
Up along the Z axis to about there. And I want to make it an interesting stack, not just like a straight stack. So I'll move these around so that
okay. A little bit higher. No, what? Just do it from my perspective? I don't know. See, like this. No, what? The axis on that one. No, not delete. Not delete. No, not. There we go. Then that one. Rotate a little there, since it's like sort of like falling off. Z. There. Smidge more. Whoop. That way. Okay. As I started clashing there, but you're not going to see it from that angle anyway, so it's all right.
you've got kind of a like an S shape,
right?
Like that. All right, duplicate these again. So this is going to be a stack of 4.
Again? Seriously? That's too many donuts, man. Shift the Z. Just move that up. a little there. Okay.
Like so. And then this one, I'll pull back this way, rotate that, go down. All right, and pull it back a little bit.
Okay, so it's a left and forward. Y. G, Y, like this. Okay. G, I want a G, Y, and that. Sort of fallen. Up a little bit. Nope, I want both of the parts. There. That works.
Okay, lovely. Now, looking from the camera, you can see
how do I spin
a pattern that has emerged.
Yeah, exactly.
So you can see this is the same as this, is the same as this. And the eye is very good at detecting patterns, so that's going to be a very big deal breaker for the viewer. They're going to notice that, and it's just going to make the picture look worse. So with each donut selected one by one, I'm going to hit R and then tap Z, and that's going to just rotate along the Z axis.
Let's, there. R, Z. There we go. Get like spinning like it's in a microwave. Get it nice and heat it up, get all the angles. Okay. And shift Z. R and Z. R and Z. There. That one, shift, click. R and Z. R and Z. R, Z. There. R, Z. And that one, then I have to like change the angle there. A little bit that way. A little bit there. I think that's okay.
But you can see if I just tap Z, that axis that I put it on a little bit, like just tilted it, it's now like reverse the tilt because I'm rotating along the Z.
Right.
But what you can do is you can rotate it along its original axes by not tapping Z once, but twice. Okay, and you can see that the line has now changed a little bit because that's putting us now into the local Z axis.
Hold on.
So the original rotation of that donut, it's the Z axis on that one, not the scene one. So yeah, that's the way I will do it.
Let me try that. Hold on. Click there, shift, R, C, Z. Local. Onto local Z. So that's the normal rotate, that's the global Z. And there's the local one. Okay. R, Z, Z. There. Hold on, I can't. There we go. Shift, click on that. R, Z, Z. And then that part's like showing it. Same with that. There. Okay. That works.
And I just want to rotate it until I get a different pattern. So now I've got these little wavy shapes. That's good. Now this one, I'm going to tap R and then Z and Z again. So it's the local axes. That's pretty good. And then this one, I'll do the same thing. R, Z, Z. and just move it a little bit that way.
Right.
All right. And now it's a lot less predictable. Cool. And now the same.
All right, hold on 1 second. There's raffle. I need a quick drink of water. All right. One more. I had to enter the raffle on Flex's channel. Oh yeah, also let me do a quick shout out really quick. There we go. He's doing like drawings of the plushies and stuff. And a raffle for like a sticker, I believe. Or something. Okay. Let's see.
Thing for this one. So I'm going to do a stack of 3. So 4 and then 3 on this one.
7
so
donuts,
Shift
what the
D,
heck?
Z. And just coming in here.
Freaking Homer Simpson over here. Shift there. Shift D, Z. Higher than that. What? D, there. A little higher. D. Doing like this. That kind of way, not Y. Nope, nope. Don't try to delete it. Z there. G there. Flatten that. G, Z. No, Shift D. There we go. Z. Oh, dang it. What the? What did I do? That rendered mode, okay. It scared me. Shift D, Z. Up to there. Move. No, I want that. A little rotatio there. Why not? RCZ. There. RCZ. That works, and I scoot it smidged that way. I probably just want like back a smidge there. Be over here, and R that way, and then that way. Alright, so then G, Y. That there. That works.
This isn't hard. This is just
right.
it's just a little finicky, right? It would be good actually if you could use motion. Oh, sorry, not motion, like a simulation. Blender does have rigid body tools, but it's again, if we had more funding from some people, we could improve it because the rigid body tools are pretty janky. They don't work well for small objects, and it's very fiddly to set up. But I've seen other tools, plugins that people have made for like Unreal Engine, where placing objects is actually a simulation. So you just draw across the plane, and you could have like donuts just spawn in and like tumble on each other. And it just means that you don't.
That's like the episode of That's the episode of The Simpsons, like the Treehouse of Horror one, where it's like raining donuts, and like this poor Homer, like flies out or like goes out before he sees that. Cause they don't know it's called donuts; they just know it as rain. The shame. It's the saddest story ever told. All right, had to get a drink of water. All right.
Have a lot of this finicky hand placing of stuff.
I know, right?
But for a simple scene like this, I would probably
like
hand place the donuts anyway, because you can finesse it a lot better than you would in a simulation anyway. All right, so just like before, trying to...
Yeah, let me... Zip tilde, a little like this. Oh. I could probably like get that one a little moosh there. That works. Maybe like a little that way. Oh, that was like going a lot in actually. Let's see, slightly up. Up. Hold on. No. G, Z. Scale that up a little bit. C. Wait, no. I want RZ. A little bit like that. A little bit there. And now it seems like fine for the falling, I think. I scoot that like up a smidge. Like it's hard to like, actually tell where it's going on that, but RC. Okay, that works. And a little there. I think that's good. Now let's see.
Yeah, try and make it look interesting as I can. Move this one closer. That's pretty good. And then, so that we don't have the repeating shapes, R, Z, Z.
Right, I made sure
like that.
And that. And made sure they're not lining up in any obvious way. Looks. Yeah, I don't see. I can do a smidge there. There we go. Okay. That's good.
It's pretty good, actually. This one. It's a little bit further. Okay, I'll move that a little bit more. All right, there we go.
There.
Oh, did I not hit... Hang on. Did I... Z? Oh, okay. I thought maybe I didn't tap Z twice. But evidently I did. It's just... It's got this weird gap, which I kind of have to close now. Okay. Sorry if you can hear traffic. I am right next to a road. I thought,
traffic.
Hey, I need an office. Why don't I get an office right next to a busy road with glass?
But also, like, hold on.
Moving out.
I feel like it'd be a part of a later lesson, but wouldn't it be weird to have like the 3 of like the dot ones, like have like those 3 like be in a row, and then like the 4 like long squiggles be in a row? Shouldn't it be like mixed match? Like have like the ball one there be like over here, and like one of those like one that one there like that, wouldn't it make more sense? Now that could very well be like a part of this lesson, but that just like popped into my head.
Out of here soon. Planning to move country, if I can. I won't say where I'm moving to. No, I'm planning to move to the United States, actually. Looking to get a visa because I want to move to LA. LA. It's where all the other YouTubers are. And I don't know, every time I go there, I come back with like a bunch of ideas.
A little bit.
Yeah, so I'm moving if I can. Still waiting for a visa to be approved, but we'll see. All right, so I'm just making small adjustments here and there.
Oh yeah, move the Y G X there. It's a bit better. Just go back a Bit more. There. It looks all right. Up.
All right. And the final donut that I will create, take this, I'll just take this bottom one. Shift D, and I'm going to make a donut which is going to be like rotated to the camera a little bit.
Right. Okay. There. Shift D. Up. Like this. Like this, I'm assuming is like what they're gonna try to do. I'm assuming something like that.
So
did I predict it correctly?
One axis, said here, and it's just going to be like this. Because this is a much more readable shape that tells you exactly what it is. Because I mean, these stacks could make you believe that maybe it's bagels or like little mini cakes or something like that. So having this one rotated towards the camera makes it very clear that these are donuts.
Yeah. And move that there a little bit more. Up a bit higher. RC. There, I think that works.
Awesome. Right. Cool. Now, it wasn't supposed to be that we have round sprinkles on this side and then long sprinkles on this side. That's just because we were duplicating shapes. But because we've done this with geometry nodes, it's really simple to just swap it out to be something else. So this one here, I actually just want it to be the long sprinkles. So in your geometry node...
Hold on. Geometry nodes. How did they get to that?
Drop down, click long sprinkles, and there we go. Just swapped it out. And now I can mix it up a bit. I can...
Hold on. The geometry. How did they do that?
Down. So this one here, I actually done that and then long sprinkles on this side. That's just because we were duplicating shapes. But because we've done this and then long sprinkles on this side, that's just because we were duplicating shapes. Sprinkles on this side and then long sprinkles on this side. That's just because
we... the wrench, okay. The wrench. Okay, that does work. Okay, cool. Change that. Where is it? Long sprinkles. Just do like a... Wait, what? That didn't... Wait, what? Hold on. Round sprinkles turn into long. That worked.
We're duplicating shapes, but because we've done this with geometry nodes, it's really simple to just swap it out to be something else.
Like apply
so this one here, I actually just want it to be the long sprinkles. So in your geometry node drop down, click long sprinkles, and there we go. Just swapped it out. And now I can mix it up a bit. I can say this one here, I want to have round sprinkles. This one at the bottom, I don't want to have any sprinkles. So it's just a bare donut.
Why would you want a donut without sprinkles? What the heck kind of heresy is this? Alright, so that... There. That would be long. That one's already long. Makes that be round then. The dots, line, dots, line, dots, line, line dots. Okay. That works.
Because those do exist, right? This one, I'll say round sprinkles on there, and then I'll make this one long sprinkles. Yeah, and then maybe this one I'll delete it as well. So we get like 2 plain ones.
There should not be any plain donuts.
There's a big gap here. I don't know why.
My picture.
How did that happen? What did I do wrong? Evidently, I made a big gap. By the way, here's a tip. If you so if you just hit R, you're in like tilt mode.
Right.
But if you tap double R, so you tap R twice, it's now in trackball rotation.
Ah. Okay, neat. That's cool. RR. Neat. If neat.
Mode, which depending on your view can be what you want. So I just go there, double tap R, and I just rotate it towards the camera a little bit and pull it down. Maybe that's what I did. Maybe I lowered the bottom donuts and then the top ones didn't go with it. If you wanted to, you could actually parent the donuts to each other so that when you rotate or move one on the bottom, then it moves the one on the top. But I don't think it's really necessary, and it can be a little bit hard to work with as well. Exactly. So yeah. Oh, they're now touching. I got to move them apart. Yeah, something like that. Awesome. Now the countertop, I'm going to scale this out until the edges of the countertop, like this edge that is here, like and then this edge that is here, are just outside of the frame.
Okay. There. Shift tilde, let me do it a little bit like this. There's a net. Shift tilde. What? Shift tilde, I want it to go there. Go back a bit like this. A little bit further back. That seems good.
Because our camera, I mean, we are going to add a camera animation so that it goes down, but we're not going to be like doing a 360 pan of the donut. So we're not going to be able to see the rest of the scene. So we don't need a kitchen countertop that stretches all out this way. It's just a waste of resources. So we're just going to literally just stop at the edges of where the camera can see. I used to think when I was starting 3D that that's like lazy, but now I'm like, no, that's like how you use your resources properly. Otherwise you end up doing stuff that nobody ever sees, which is actually a pretty common problem in the industry. People over-engineer models and things just in case the camera needs to be close, and then it never does, and then, yeah, anyway. Now, I do want a backsplash for this, so I'm just going to duplicate the bottom plane here. So Shift D, pull it out to, you know, roughly there, and then I'm going to hit R and then X, so I'm rotating it along the X axis, and then just holding down Control to snap it to the nearest 5-degree increment. And in the top left-hand corner of my screen, I'm just looking for 90.
Okay. Whoop. So click on this, Shift D, Y, like this. I know what? Control Z, what? There we go. And what did it do?
So I'm just going to duplicate the bottom plane here. So Shift X. D, pull it out to, you know, roughly there, and then I'm going to hit R and then X. So I'm
yeah, R and X. Okay. Let me R X. What? Huh? G Y. No, stop hiding it. C. And then like R control. Right? I don't know why my rotation 90 thing is different than theirs.
Rotating it along the x-axis, and then just holding down my screen, I'm just looking to snap it to the nearest 5-degree increment. And in the top left-hand corner of my screen, I'm just looking for 90. And there it is. So I do it.
Okay. R control. Yeah, why is my 90 different? R. No, not R. G. And GC. No, I want there. Well, slightly there. And that looks like about right, I guess. Right? Okay, it's just part of the sprinkles there.
Single click. I'll move this up like so. And now
I have it like, yeah, as up as it would go. Okay. There.
Now we have a backsplash. And the final thing we'll do before moving on to the next tutorial is create some different donut colors. Now you could actually do the same thing as we did for the sprinkles and create that random through color ramp option for this. The trouble I've found with doing it for the donut icings is that you can sometimes just end up with a bad batch where you've got like a string of like yellow donuts and you can't change it because there's no sample option for the random thing. So I find it's better if you haven't got enough objects to instead just manually set up the colors. And it also just allows you to finesse it as more of an artist. So a long way to say, we're going to create different materials for each of the different icings.
Hold on, let me click on the... No, I want... No? Okay. The icing material. Or is it clicking on it? Surface background.
Manually set up the colors, and it also just allows you to finesse it as.
They're on the icing. Hold on, this is donut 8. Preview? I'm showing the surface. Material? Oh, there we go. Okay, I clicked on the wrong one. I see. Okay. I see what I did there.
As more of an artist. So a long way to say, we're going to create different materials for each of the different icings. So the one that's already there, we'll just call it pink icing.
It's not pink, but I see what you mean. Hold on, what did I click on to name it?
Of the different icings. So the one that's already there, we'll just call it pink icing.
And that part with the drop down. Purple icing. Okay.
And now, so I definitely want that one to be pink, which means these ones that are directly behind it, I definitely want to be a different color. So I'm going to click the little number to make it a single user, and I'll call this one blue icing.
A display. Wait, what?
The little number to make it a single user, and I'll call this one blue icing.
Okay. Single number. Blue icing. And then enter.
And then the color, I'm going to make it a kind of an aqua-ish color. It's going to...
If it's on like that 3 circle. Blue. There, good.
Material select. There
I'll
we go.
With like a
this one here, I'm going to make it a yellow icing.
Going
to material select. There we go. This one here, I'm going to make it a yellow icing. So
hold on, to click on that one.
Clicking the little number next to it.
And the number. And name, okay. Hold on. I'm making it a darker purple. A little bit. Okay, that works. Got this one. Red. Let's go red on this. Red. Red icing. There. No, so let me see. Look at like the color reference stuff. There should be. We got the purples. Probably have a black icing one. If that won't look like super weird. Black icing. Let's do it like this. There. Like this one. Can I just like select like one of the already ones I made? No.
Yellow icing. And then about there, that's good.
Do you share any or are you doing all different?
And then this one at the top, I'm going to make it chocolate icing. Click the little number. Chocolate icing. Let's go brown.
Let me see.
Yeah. It's like how saturated, how warm is chocolate. I mean, I guess you could have like a really desaturated chocolate that's just very dark. But I think it's... The more saturated, it kind of looks like milk chocolate, like the kind of delicious, not the really super dark stuff, which I do actually like as an adult. Hated it.
I can make one. I can make one that's chocolate. So that chocolate icing. And I didn't actually see how they got that color on it.
But I think it's the more saturated, it kind of looks
like the orange and red. Okay. There. That works. Dark chocolate is yummy. I'm more of like a milk chocolate person myself. If I do chocolate. Oh, hold on. There we go. Oh wait, no. All right, there we go. That's what I was trying to do. And so I would like this one to be blue also. It's like the same one there. Honestly, if I do this, it doesn't seem like it changes it to match. Unless there's like, that's another lesson, perhaps. But
like milk chocolate, like the kind of delicious, not the really super dark
I
stuff,
have like certain
which I do actually like as an adult. Hated it as a kid, but now I don't know, normal chocolate. It's just way too sweet.
And you can probably tell from the
that. Now the top one, I'll make that one pink. Yeah, that's fine. And then this one, I'll just make it blue icing. And then this one, I'll make it yellow icing.
Wait, no, I did that. Why did it not click it on there? Okay, that one works. It'd be primarily purple. Blue's the red. And one black one. Oh no, let me have this one be a purple, and that one can be the chocolate one. There. Let's see. Maybe have that one be blue. That one be blue. Okay, now that changes it. Why is that one not getting changed? That's weird. Because if I have that... hold on. So I don't want it to be like the same, like purple, blue, purple, purple, blue, purple, blue. I'm gonna change like that one to red. Red, but it's not changing. I mean, it should be fine. Whatever.
Oh wait, now I've got it's blue and yellow. That's not good. So this bottom one,
right?
No, the middle one. Yeah,
the
middle one, I'll make it chocolate. Bottom one, I'll make it blue.
Fixed it.
Just trying to get like a nice. No, I've got pink and pink next to each other. All right, maybe this one will be yellow as well. That's too yellow. All right, maybe the bottom one can be pink. There we go. That's better. All right, so I don't have any like. It now looks more natural.
Right.
Which is just more random, I guess. No, less random because I'm like manually finessing it myself. So it's less random, but it looks more random in a way.
Yeah.
Anyway, finally, before we move on, let's start labeling our objects. So first of all, I want to make sure that my plate is inside of my environment collection. So I will now call this plate.
Make sure plate's in environment. Okay. Plate. And name that floor. I'm just guessing what it's going to be. Wall. Just guessing that's what
bottom one, I will call it, let's call it counter.
Oh, whatever,
and
same
this
thing.
back one, I'll call it the backsplash.
What's a counter if not just a higher floor?
Awesome. We have done it. Oh, we do need to give a material to our plate as well. Can't just have it as a default material or else it
yeah, hold on. Plate.
Look terrible. So, new material. And the first thing I want to do is adjust the roughness and make it look kind of, shiny. Like
rough. What did I click on for that?
Thing I want to do is adjust material or else it'll look terrible. So, new material. And the first thing I want to do is adjust.
Okay, new material first. Okay. I can probably adjust that a little darker. There we go. Material. New. And it turned down roughness?
The roughness and make it look new material. And the first thing I want to do is adjust the roughness and make it look
that seems like more rough though. I can't zoom in any more than that. Okay. There.
Kind of, yeah, shiny, like the ceramic plate. Let me just load that up actually one more time. There we go. Use that as my reference. So it's somewhat shiny. And then also I want to give a subsurface because ceramic does actually have a little
subsurface. Okay.
Bit of that that creamy bleed through of the light. So I'll turn my weight up to 1, radius all set to 1, and then
a weight of 1, radius to 1. No idea what that did, but okay.
And the scale 0.00. So I'll turn my weight up to 1, radius all set to 1, and then the scale 0.001. So a very small amount of subsurface scattering.
A small amount of subsurface? I can't zoom in anymore to actually like check that. There. Hold on. I want the let's move everything up a little bit. There. And GC there. I can actually like zoom in a bit more. Move that like I wanted that to go. Dang it. There. There. Raise it. There. Okay. And this, I can actually zoom in a bit more on that. Good. And something with the subsurface area at
0.001.
Oh yeah, the scale. Uh, 0.00 what? 0.001. Oh, was it 3 zeros or that is 2 zeros? Okay.
So a very small amount of subsurface scattering, and it'll just help it a little bit. The color, I'll also turn down it to make it a little bit not so white, and then I'll make it slightly yellow. Turn down it to make it a little bit, and it'll just help it a little bit. The color, I'll also turn down it to make it a little bit not so white, and then I'll make it slightly yellow.
All right, lower value slightly. Where is it? Base color. Lower value slightly yellow. Okay.
A little bit yellowy, creamy color, just like over there. If you want, also, you can buy the plate. It's just not a free model, but it will add realism to your scene. If you want to have a plate that is actually real and photo scanned, and it's got all these little speckled little things and divots across it, if you want. It is optional. All right. So that is it, guys. Join me in the next part, and we're going to get into lighting. I'll see you there. You ever wonder why your renders take
a separate lesson thing for?
Do you guys
not
know
lesson,
that in
but like
2022
settings just for like render speed stuff. Let's see. Layout. That's what I just did. So lighting.
And then God said, "Let there be light."
Okay. Let me save this. Okay, so that's what we'll do next time. I did want to actually go a little bit out, though. And I wanted to try to do, like, make something new for this. See if I could figure something out for that. Let me Hold on. I actually want to try an experiment and make a little something for this to personalize it. Let me see if I can find it. I'll be attempting to make something new. See if I can figure out how I would make this. All right, so Shift, add. Where is this circle? Might be the easier way. There. Control. Oh, no, Control X for that. Okay. Wait. Wait, where is it? No, hold on. Delete. In object mode. Control A. Cube, circle. Not in. Okay, that's fine. First, let me drag that out of that. And you get over here at Y. No, and I wanted Y with this. R, X. There. Scale that down. Okay, so then F there. All right, so that part, good. So let me see modeling. Wait, where am I? There. There. Modeling, sculpting. Now I want to. There. So I want, like, how do I see like the different? Like the amount of there. Okay, here we go. All right, so it's like I would select. So select like that, like see down. Okay, that's how I would like move parts of it. Okay, so let's see. So it's a loop. So like about there. That part's far down. I like that? Or is that like it one earlier? Oh wait, no, way lower than that. Okay. Right? Yeah, right near the bottom. That seems about right. There? Just about. Right, so then I can't really like. Actually, maybe if I make it, I make it bigger for now, just like easier to like get the the specifics. Control. There. 1 second. And another little water. All right, there we go. There we go. Okay, so then so I would want to do this. Now, how would I... What? Solid. There we go. So I want to move it onto plane, like C. Like that? Thereabouts, sort of. Or it is like a little bit... You can probably be able to guess what this is. If I do that, it's actually like a further edge. Oops. Z. But now I'll do it on the plane. Z. No, I want... Thereabouts there. Like, go like... There, maybe? Now, how do I add, like, more of the, vertices? There's, like, some way to do that. Blender, add more vertices. Select the edges you want to add vertices to. Select the edges, hit W, subdivide. Let me wait for that, get that part back. The versus W. No. Edge select. No, what? Number of vertices. Add more vertices. Subdivide it in edit mode. What is this? What is this? Huh? Oh, that's weird. Excuse me. Now select all of those. Subdivide. Is that a modifier? Maybe. Let me see. Actually, since I'm like doing this part, and does not have like the tutorial playing, I could actually have some music going while I'm doing this. 1 second. Where is it? Hold on. Spotify app. All right, there we go. Enjoy some enjoy a little bit of Scott Pilgrim. Okay. Okay. So subdivide shortcut. Right click context menu or select your object. Control. Control number key. Actually, I think probably going lower than that. Or if I'm adding more, it might be easier to like. But when I do that again, sculpt, not sculpt mode, go to object mode. To scale that for like ease. All right, edit mode. And then it's selected. Less control than a number key. Hold on, I want to see. Control 1. Alright. No, that's not it. I'll turn off that one. Edit mode. I want to add more of those. Go to edit mode W, then S. W, S. Don't know what that is, but that's what I'm trying to do. Let me see. Subdivision. I mean, I could try to do it with like it as it currently is, but it'd just be like a little trickier to do. That's all. Not that far. Or if I overlay the image I'm looking at with this, yeah, it's like more thereabouts, maybe like one higher. Easy. This far down? Up, about, yeah. Okay. Take out that one. Delete vertices. Delete vertices. G. There. I'll just take out this one. Delete. Delete. G. Sort of fallen fine there. There's probably like a much easier way to do this. I don't know. Oh, maybe that C block thing. Oh, whatever. Good. Maybe down a smidge like that. Little. Oh wait, no, it's like in modifier. I move this one there. Okay, so I'm gonna take away that one. And sort of like that. Well, further down, actually. Oh, I know, if I do... So in that... Delete that one. There. Now, so I need to... Alright. So I need to, like... I want to drag that part down. Yeah, no, it's a great mix. It makes me laugh every freaking time. Actually, let me crank this up a little bit for you. And also, yeah, you can probably guess what I am attempting to do. Like a little adjustment. Wait, why is there this extra line? Not cred. Why is there just line going through it? Did that show up normally? Yeah, that's like a cut down the middle. What the heck? There we go. As I move this, and take out that one. Oh, maybe that's a thing, like drag along vertex. Drag along... Yeah, drag along the edge. Is that a thing? Edge slide. Move an edge, keep it aligned. I'm on a slope. No, that one doesn't help. Using the X axis. Okay, I should do that. Alright, I'll go back to there. Or no, I could keep that part deleted. Alright, G X. Oh, that's how I do that part. The independent Cuckleberry got me. Oh no. There. Oh man, every time. X. I meant purple. Wait, what? G X. That's right. Bulbous. Now, so I want to still like keep it there, but it's like not fully locked on the X. Edge direction. Select the edge. Global. Along global X, local X. I say, when does that go? What's it with the soundbar? Oh, I want to grow. Yeah, I don't know what that's from. Or I think it's like it might be. It might be from a Fesh Prince, maybe, or Fesh Prince. I kind of know what the sandwich one is from. Let me see. Fesh Prince. Whoa. Or no, what? No, I want to grow. Hold on. I think it's. I think it is, but I don't know which. Like what part it would be on. Fesh Prince script. Let me try that. Oh, whoa. Wait, no, not that. Grow. And so at the end of the first one, it looks like maybe. Let me check. You're fine, Jeffrey. Okay, later than that. Wait, hold on. No, earlier than that. Uh, I'm trying to see if I can. Trying to see if I can find it for you. Uh, and I think I found it. Uh, I think I found the right part.
Idiots! This is my brother Carlton. No! I want to grow.
Oh, there it is.
Whoa!
There we go. All right, there's both of them.
I want to grow. Whoa!
All right, I found it for you. Don't say I never did nothing for you. I only saw those like earlier this year. Been out for a while. All right, oh, there we go. Maybe. I go up on that one. Yeah, there you go. Wait, what if I just delete that edge? What's the little dot's name? Yeah. Hold on. Oops. No problem. Enjoy. Delete that one. Yes, indeed. That works. Do it that way. I could do that. Now, so I want to, like, I want to move this part. Wait, hold on. Yeah, so I need it to go lower down. Like more of a point. Maybe if I... it's not doing anything. Uh... Yeah, it's not quite right. Select. I want to track like this thing. Wait. Wait a minute. No. I want to drag this one along the edge. Like this part, like here, to like over this part. I'm not quite sure how to do that. I am like this is like all just trying to go off the top of my head, and essentially. If I can brute force the solution. Yes. I see, like that moves at all. Place. But it's like I don't want to like slide in. Well, I mean, that's probably actually fine to do. Until it does that, of course. Yeah, excuse me. How do I do this? Whoop. Dang it. I want to add there. Add. No, that's like the full-on add thing. I don't do that. Burning in a room. That is that. Can I move the point, perhaps? Move Furtus. Shift V, maybe. Close my eyes, it's all I see. Did that do it? Oh, there we go. Okay. But no matter what I do, right, wrong. Wait, that didn't do it. I clicked on this. That little dot. How do I actually do it? Shift V. Move it along the direction. Shift V. Wait, what was I able to do with that one? No, it's still like getting locked on this part. Not that. That's not what I'm trying to do. Not from there. Maybe if I do that for a second. That sort of works. I mean, yeah, kind of. What? Nope, no. Maybe if I do that and an X, no, Z. No. G, Z. I was like doing that. My eyes, it's all I see. Timeless memory. Maybe if I do, no, not that one. So there. Z. If I do it like that, it's like a weird thing. Like this. Oh, I want Z there. And that could like essentially like work. Let's see, it's draw that part and a smidge. Z. I know, I want I do this. G, no, X, nope. What? G, X, there we go. So then I want this to be a bit of a point, a bit more of a point rather. There. And that one. Okay. Okay. Now I want to add some there. Like I want to drag that part down a bit, but how do I do it? Yeah, it just says that. That won't really work. I mean, it's already going to be like not exact, so it might work for what? Z. There. Also do like a bit more of a curve if I can. G. No. All right, well, it's whatever. It's not going to be fully accurate in any sense of the word, really. All right, Shift D. Layout mode, object mode. Circle. Shift D. Then G, Y. Actually, I gotta see that from the edge there. Go for like the edit mode. Scale that a little. Whoop. Not quite that. A little higher, perhaps. If I do it on that part. No, not. I just want to select the second part. I want just the... Oh, there we go. Now I want... There. At least somewhat. Maybe. Okay. Not pretty by any sense. Where is the... Or like the... I guess just like the painting mode. Let's see. Let's make this one... Oh, right. Okay, there. So I want this one to be... where is it? Material, color. Nice and black. There. Okay, that helps like see what I have to edit there. Okay, that... I can probably make this one a little smaller, just a smidge. And then move it like down on the Z-axis. Yeah, it's about right, give or take. Object mode, move this. No, not that part. I take out that one just so it doesn't get selected by mistake. Do that. And then this one. GC. Okay, that's more like it. Looks like relatively. Okay, so... Okay, yeah, so then for this... So I need to go to... Sculpt... What? Wait, hold on. Oh, weird. I guess like the color here, but not on the actual modeling part. I do that. Did that change it there? Alright, edit mode. No, not vertex paint. I want sculpt mode? Hold on. A Blender how to paint on model. You need to UV unwrap. Okay, how do I do that? I did it like partly before, but what your paint will be saved as an image texture. No, that's not. Draw. Brush. Mask? Now, how would I do this? And also, why is it like I have like the black on this one, which I want it to have, but then when I go into like modeling and sculpting, it's like not, or sculpting no longer has it. Texture paint. Could that be what I want? No, or maybe, I don't know. UV editing, no, that's probably not what it is. Sculpting VFX, no. Layout. Okay, hold on. Paint directly onto the Blender model. Paint on a model. texture paint is the best for simplified model. Texture paint. And then where is the... How do I select it, though? It's only showing the... Only showing the donuts. Huh. How... Hierarchy, assets... Huh. There's some way to do it, but... Like, it is not... No shading, no. Yeah, no, none of that. Texture paint... Paint not showing circle. No, that's like the brush diameter thing. That's not what I'm trying to find. Yeah, I want to try and figure this out. One sec for that. I just have to, like, so I could hear the video I'm looking at. All right, UV unwrapped. And material. Extra file. I mean, yeah, I could just like import it directly, but that wouldn't really be the best. I can't even see it as a thing too. Uh, Material. No, not that. Base color. Does that do anything for the extra paint? No. Uh, Hold on. If I do that, and that does nothing? Uh, yeah, that's not the right way to do that. Alright, I'll probably have to, like, figure out how I could actually, like, color this, this inner part, because I do like the texture paint, but it doesn't, like, show that at all. It just shows, like, the donuts. Like, even though this is the prop 2, it's the same as the other one. I don't know. Uh, but you can probably guess what I'm trying to do. And that's, like, part of the, hold on. Shift there. So it's like part of the... I can't zoom in any more than that, huh? Weird. Where'd the plate go? Uh, yeah, wait, what? Save. Copy. Did doing that remove the plate? I save the copy, so it's like I have that. Where is it? Yeah, so I saved that as a copy, just in case. I've been making that one, like, remove the other one somehow? I don't know why it would. Open. Okay, well, this one, like, is back to the plate anyway, so I could figure out whatever the thing is there. See what I actually need to do for that. So it is 9:35. Went over, like, I'm going to start it later too, so like, equaling out with that, I was just trying to figure out the, hold on. Trying to see if I could figure out that one drawing problem. We had a lot of trouble with, like, that, the plate and stuff, so you can see how we had the little error there. But I hope we all had a fun time watching. Like, hopefully more fun than I had trying to do it. There we go. That's some good water. So yeah, I hope you all had fun. I'll be back on Saturday. We'll be doing some more... continuing the story in Blightbound. And I'll see you also on Friday, just like hanging out and chilling at the Zone stream. You know, hopefully having a fun time. I will try to look into the Blender thing before next time we do the Blender stream next Thursday, so I could see. I try to do that before doing like the other like lighting stuff, you know. And that's like going like to more like fine tuning stuff. It's like I'm trying to add like a little extra onto it if I can. So look forward to that. So let's see. Thank you for the stream. I'll see you tomorrow, hopefully. Yeah, I'll definitely be over there. Don't you worry about that. So let's see. Flex is still streaming. Go on over to there. I did not get picked on the wheel yet, unfortunately, but like if it's not today, those will be finished on Saturday. That'd be very cool. So yeah, so I'll see you unofficially on Friday, and then officially on Saturday for the stream. Oh yeah, so take care, everybody, and I'll see you next time. And also enjoy like a Watch 2 on your Series X after it's all finished re-downloading. Also, I'm sure it's open, just making sure. Okay, yeah, that's what I figured. I don't know why it wouldn't be open for raids. Just doing that, just to be sure, you know. Always good to test. Yeah, I'll see you next time, everybody. And take care and have good dinners or whatever your next food is. Like, may it be delicious.